You having a playtime? You having a playtime? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on my favourite top Pear perfumes. I did do a video on Pear perfumes ages ago, but I thought it was time to do an updated one and some of you have been requesting it. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this on whole perfume notes, ranges, perfumes, new releases, so do check out all the rest of my content. And if you're a regular, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And as always, I'll put the links in the description box down below to where you can get all the perfumes I talk about, where they're available in US, Canada, Australia, Europe, and in the UK. Most of these are available at Look Fantastic, where you can get them with 21% off using my code LFTF Soki. That works on pretty much everything on Look Fantastic's website. Cool, so Pear is definitely one of my favorite perfume notes. It's definitely what they call a top note. So being a top note, it's usually the scent that you smell like straight away when you spray the perfume, and then sometimes it lasts through to the dry down, sometimes it doesn't. So if you're a regular here, you'll know that one of my favorite perfumes of all time is Givenchy Original Eau de Parfum. I've gone through countless bottles of this over the years, and Pear is the top note in this, along with some toffee and patchouli. I am just obsessed with it. I wear it like to any occasion, and the Pear is really like dominant. It really is like almost, I'd say 40-50% of the fragrance is the pear, and it's like a kind of sweet pear, almost like a pear drop sweet. I just find this so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I could drown myself in this. There is actually an eau de toilette version of Givenchy. I think it's discontinued. It's quite difficult to find. If I can find this, I'll leave it in the links below. But it basically doesn't have like the patchouli toffee underneath. Instead, it's just basically that fresh pear with a bit of a citrus to it as well. It is much lighter, of course, being an eau de toilette, and it doesn't quite have the sweetness of the eau de parfum. But if you're looking for something very light and fresh from a Pear, then this eau de toilette could be good. And you can usually get both of these at really discount prices because they've been out for so long. For some reason, they're often discounted. So that, of course, is my personal top Pear recommendation. We do have a new release that's come out the past few months from Armani in their My Way range. This one's called My Way Nectar, and the My Way perfumes are known for their white floral tuberose, jasmine scent. The original is a really beautiful tuberose. In this new Nectar version, they've added pear as a main note, and it's a really juicy summer pear. And then underneath you've got this green tuberose. So it's kind of like being near a pear tree. You've got the scent of the leaves. It's super refreshing. I've been addicted to this since it came out, and I love the pink lid as well. It layers really well with the rest of the My Way range, but if you're looking again for that really juicy pear, I think because pear, like the fruit, has a lot of water in it, you really get that aquatic note in a pear, like fruity but very fresh. So definitely, if you're a fan of the Jimmy Choo, I definitely recommend you try this because I think you'll like it. And then another one actually of my favorite perfumes ever is Irresistible Givenchy. This is a rose and pear perfume. This is the original eau de parfum, and again, the pear is like 50% of the fragrance. You really get this juicy pear, and then the rose that's in it, a very light modern rose, kind of sparkling. Something about the Givenchy perfumes, the rose they use is always very sparkling and light. I really love it. It's not like musty or powdery at all. It's very refreshing, and I find this lasts really well, and I get compliments on it. I often will combine it with the hair mist, which really helps it last when it's in your hair. These can be quite hard to find. They came out like the other year and then they seem to have disappeared, but again, I'll see if I can find anyone that does have it in stock and leave it in the links below. But if you do love rose, this is like such a juicy pear rose. On a similar line, but I'd say more rosy, is Lancome's Idole. So again, this has that pear top note, and then it's got jasmine and rose. So here I'd say pear is like 25% of the scent, and as it develops, it becomes all about the rose. But again, it's a very modern rose. This is also a great perfume for lasting. The whole Idole range is really good for lasting. I really rate Lancome perfumes. So I wanted to include this because it does have beautiful pear in the opening, but it is more of a rose fragrance. I guess a famous Pear perfume is Jo Malone London's English Pear and Freesia. Personally, I find this has a lot more Freesia in than the Pear. It also has quite a musky rose in it. So even though it's Pear's in the name, I would say it's only just a Pear perfume. It doesn't have that fruitiness, that aquaticness that a lot of these others have. It really is more about the Freesia, that sort of English country garden floral scent. If you're looking for something a little bit deeper, then Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle is a great pear perfume that combines pear with vanilla. It's quite a simple fragrance, and when you first spray it, you get the pear, and then it reveals a slightly leathery vanilla that's quite deep in the base. So it's probably leaning slightly towards a more evening perfume, and it does come in a stronger version as well, the Les Parfums, but it does have a lot of pear in that opening. And then also from Jean Paul Gaultier, this original Scandal Eau de Parfum. This is pear and honey. It's definitely lighter than La Belle, and it's one of the very few honey perfumes on the market, but you do get a lot of that fresh pear, and then as it settles, this slightly creamy sweet honey comes through. It's quite a delicate fragrance. The rest of the Scandal range I find are much heavier and sweeter and more intense, but the original one is a sweet pear. And then from Guerlain, in their Aqua Allegoria range, they have one called Pear Gratina. This range is a beautiful range. They have loads of different fruity, like nature-inspired fragrances. And in this one, the pear is combined with orange blossom. You've also got quite a fresh, sharp grapefruit in the opening, very refreshing, definitely a summertime fragrance. There's also a bit of osmanthus in there as well, which is slightly peachy. So when you first spray it, you get that sharp grapefruit, and then the pear is revealed. Really refreshing, summery, beautiful fragrance. I think it is an eau de toilette, though they are starting to make these in eau de parfum versions, so I'd love to see if they did that for this one. And H&M used to do one just called H&M Pear, but I think that's discontinued. I'll see if I can find it online. It was very affordable. It was just a plain, simple pear, but you could get it for like £5. But yeah, I think that's discontinued, and they've got a whole new perfume range now, so that's such a shame. I can see someone creeping in here behind me. Hello, Cleo. So yeah, guys, let me know what else you'd add to this list. Are there any others you'd add as a great pear perfume? And also let me know which your favorites are from my list here. As I said, they'll all be linked in the description box where you can get them all around the world. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.